So good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
So in this afternoon, together with my co-discussant, Miss Sheila and Andaya, and my name.
Good afternoon, everyone. So, good afternoon, everyone, and my name is Sheila Andaya.
My name is Jelphy Mejorada.
So, our topic for this video is arousal regulation.
Okay, next one. Arousal regulation. It is an organizing construct for describing the relations between stimulation, stress, and cortical activity and performance. It describes the dynamic process of cortical activation and behavior in response to varying levels of stimulation. So, from the word itself, a dynamic process is arousal regulation is a process for which maka-gain ng awareness ang isa ka athlete kung saan niya pagkontrol ang iya arousal sa sports competition. So di ba nakita kung unsay arousal kay gina-explain ni Miss Angelica. So let's proceed sa step to control arousal levels. So first step is an increasing self-awareness of arousal. So inisiya ang increasing self-awareness of arousal. Once the first step toward controlling arousal levels is to be more aware of them during practices and competitions. According sa module, the more you understand yourself, the better you can control yourself. So, di ba, ang self-awareness it is the awareness of your strengths and weaknesses para abot sa mga sports competitions. So, for an athlete, importante sa ila na mahibaw sila kung ano ilang mga strengths and weaknesses para mahibaw sila pag-control ng ila performance sa mga sports na ila. Sabot. So next is using anxiety reduction techniques. Excess anxiety can produce inappropriate muscle tension, which in turn can diminish performance. And it is also too easy to develop excess muscle tension. So, amo ini siya mga techniques in sports and exercise settings na atong magamit. First is mabalito na ako nga using anxiety reduction techniques. Ini siya, nag-reduce ini siya ng muscle tension o nag-slow isa na ako pagginhawa, slowing down breathing and calming the mind. For example, Miss Bernadette. Okay, so as a coach, so ako naman short lang para madali ang line. As a coach, if ano yung mga athletes ko gikan sa mga training, hindi sa nila na i-relax sa ilalawas sa ilang mga muscles. Kaya kung masundaan ko kung makakause ko sila ng less coordination and balance. Kapag may ka po, like for example, ito sa ako ito, part Q, yun ito activity na score balance, di ba pag kayo ng minutes. Kapag may ka mo, once na magkalugay, magsamamuro ka na ito mga tuhod na itong muscles, kay isasabs niya ka, isa yan sa kasay ng anxiety. Yung ito mamuro ka na itong mga muscles, o kaya sobraan sa mga ibali, training or yes. Next is the somatic anxiety reduction techniques. So, it is the first group of techniques, works primarily to reduce sociological arousal. It is also associated with increased somatic anxiety. So, under the somatic anxiety reduction techniques, we have the progressive relaxation. So, the definition of this is tensing and relaxing specific muscles. So it is also called the progressive relaxation because the tensing and relaxing progress from one major muscle to the next until all muscle groups are completely relaxed. Next is the breath control. So proper breathing is often considered key to achieving relaxation, and breath control is another physically oriented relaxation technique. So kabantay ka mo sa mga activities, especially sa sports, labi na kung intense na game or a competition, lang nila the easiest and effective ways to control our anxiety and muscle tension is through proper breathing and pag-control nato yung ginhawa. Kabantay ka mo pag makafeel ka mo na yan, kulbaon ka mo, ma-pressure ka mo, di ba? Usahay mag-rapid na nato pag-breath. Di ba pas-pasan nato pag-breath?
Yes.
So, through kuan ko no, breath control lang ka ma-regulate or ma-control ko ng imong ang imong bali mga lihok sa isa ka sports competition. Next is breath control.
Yes.
Next is ano yun siya? Andaya.
Ang pinakauna kay breath control, tapos yung kadua kay biofeedback.
Yes, so biofeedback control ini.
Biofeedback mo yun.
Okay, biofeedback. Biofeedback is a physically oriented technique that teaches people to control physiological or autonomic responses. Let's proceed. Okay, cognitive anxiety reduction techniques. Some relaxation procedures focus more directly on relaxing the mind than do progressive relaxation and deep breathing. The argument is that relaxing the mind than do progressive relaxation and deep breathing. So there is a cognitive anxiety reduction techniques. Yung ano daw, it is better daw na mas ma-relax yung mind or brain ng isa ka athlete o ng isa ka tao. Kaya once daw yung lampan iyak ibalik mind ma-relax, kung lampa ang iyak ibalik relaxi, ang iyak ibalik na i-relax siya, mas mo-flow siya nga sa atong physical body. Kaya gini ba kabantay ka mo pag yun, for example, yun, sobrang nato ka-brain sa ato, kaya sa school, ayun, take exam sa isang kaala naman may exam. Di ba pag ganyan sa bahay, di ka kuya mo sa mali sa. So lang nila, isan ko no, grabe ni mo kahago, once ani mo mind, ma-relax na. Apin sa mali mo body, ma-relax isa. Bali maka-refresh isa. Hindi naman brain. The relaxation response. Herbert Benson, a physician at Harvard Medical School, popularized as a scientifically sound way of relaxing nothing called the relaxation response. Benson's method applies the basic elements of meditation, but eliminates any spiritual or religious significance. So in short, relaxation sa pagsabot ay relaxation response is it teaches you to quiet your mind, to concentrate, and to reduce muscle tension. Kawantay ka mo pag animo anato mind oray kadayon pang hunahuna, oray kadayon pang trabaho. Tapos di ba maka-concentrate kita, dili kita mawala sa ako ibali gusto mo. And then makalinos sa sinan muscle tension yon after di ba mawala nato mga coordination, body coordination, and balance.
Yes.
Sama na sa ako. Ayan ko ba yan? Last for my part is the autogenic training. Autogenic training consists of a series of exercises that produce sensations specific typically of warmth and heaviness. As in the relaxation response, training should be allowed to happen without interference. The autogenic training program is based on the 6 hierarchical stages which should be learned in order. So in autogenic training, ang inisiyan nila, nagpang-offer dito silang mga exercises or training na makapalesin ng kabukaton dito sa ato. Hadyan, makapil ka muna niyo sa imong bukat, dali mga ngati, dili ka magkanang maliho. So yawi daw mga training, mga exercises para malesin ang yes, the heaviness in the extremities. Then it's a warm para isa malesin ang sobrang yes, para malesin ang sobrang naka-warm sa atong mga extremities. Then, of course, for the regulation of our cardiac activity, for the regulation of our breathing, for our abdominal warmth, and for the pulling of our core. That's all.
So, cognitive affective stress management training, or SMT, is one of the most comprehensive stress management approaches. So, in cognitive affective stress management is isa-isa biyan sa makapatabang sa isa ka athlete kung unhong pag-handle ng ng stress or makatabang sa pag-relax sa inyong lawas.
Check.
Yeah, correct. Smith Cognitive Affective Stress Management Training Program has 5 phases. First is the pre-treatment assessment, and second is treatment rationales. Third is skills acquisition, skill rehearsal, and post-training evaluation.
Pakayo ni.
Stress inoculation training. Ang stress inoculation training subguide, it is to be effective in reducing anxiety and enhancing performance in sports settings, as well as in helping athletes cope with the stress of injury. So, aside sa puan sa cognitive affective stress management training, ang stress inoculation training subguide is it helps the athletes to aside sa prevent ganin sa any na injury, makakuan gihapon sa biyan is it helps to give us strategies ganin kung unong pagkuan kanang enhance ng tanong performance in any activity or in sports. So hypnosis is defined here as an altered state of consciousness that can be induced by a procedure in which a person is in an unusually relaxed state and responds to suggestions or maybe alteration in perceptions, feelings, thoughts, or actions. So, there are 4 specific stages of a hypnosis intervention, which is the induction phase, hypnotic phase, waking phase, of post-hypnotic phase, coping with adversity. Athletes should learn a broad spectrum of coping strategies to use in different situations and for different sources of stress. So, coping with adversity is how to do a strategy about in any circumstances in sports, especially for athletes.
Tatlo, sabot naman ako.
Sabot pinag-iya.
So coping strategies used by world-class coaches. Most studies of coping have focused on athletes, but coaches often have to cope with high levels of stress too, especially at the elite level. Ozubat, Maynard, and Hines 2010 investigated the coping techniques of elite coaches and found that the major coping strategies could be categorized as follows: structuring and planning, psychological skills, support, distraction, experience and learning, maintaining positive coach. Ang coping strategies used by world-class coaches is dili lang inisab about sa athletes, but also sa coach. Labi na, di ba, ang pag-coach ba yung kay dili lalim, dirigid sa yun, which is para sa na makatabang sa coach para dali na sa ila pagkuhan sa ila athlete para sa dili lang na kadayo na mas stress sila sa pag-handle ng sa ila mga kuan athlete. Amay kuan ang different strategies, amay structuring and planning, psychological skills, support, distraction, experience and learning, maintaining positive coach. So using arousal in reducing techniques. So far, we have focused on anxiety management techniques for reducing excess levels of anxiety. At times, however, we need to pump ourselves up because we are feeling lethargic and under-energized. Perhaps we have taken an opponent too lightly and has surprised us. Amo na yun? Last go.
Mali po, wala pa namin ganyan.
Galing ko mabasa.
Okay. Question. Pinako ni question.
Ha? Uy, oo, question. Sige na, question na ay aga.
Question. Dali tayo. Para makapractice damon.
So, nai mo has somatic anxiety reduction techniques. So, how will you apply this sa unsa pa galing inyo ha title? It's all about arousal regulation. All about ASA. Specific on players. So, how will you apply
I go on players and coach.
Yeah. How will you apply this reduction techniques as a coach sa imuhang players? Diba, you tackle all about arousal reduction. So you have this techniques, somatic anxiety reduction techniques. In order to reduce the anxiety, you have this techniques. So all of these techniques, how will you apply this to your players as a future educator or future coach?
For
Sigahan ko man Lisa.
understanding,
Para maklaro sa laya.
in the future ba, kay PE teacher or student teacher man ka, kung lalo na lang mga na kung gusto mag-instructor in the future, you know, inisi ng mga techniques, apply ko inisiya by, like for example, ikan sa nako mga students, no, ikan ako sila di pa training or di pa buhat ng mga activities na super intense activities. So, once mahimo nila ito ng mga activities, from the word itself, intense, so di ba grabe ka hagon nila lawas, sa nila mental and physical health. So, dili na mo sila sundan paghatagnan another activities. Tagaan ko sila ng time na mag-relax, ma-relax sa nila.
Ay, sa mo nga na i-apply.
Answer ko on.
Okay, very good.
Thank you so much.
Very good.
Okay na, thank you
Para
so much.
Kang Sheila na po.
body and the muscles.
Kang Sheila.
Balik ka na.
Proceed.
What is arousal?
Arousal sa
Angelique.
sa sports.
kanang mga
In
stress.
psychology, mayroon siya wala siya yan naman si Angana or excitement ng isang player na na-experience niya pag yaman siya sa sports competition or sports activities.
Okay lang na sa no?
How would you apply this technique to make your effective stress management?
Ayaw. Okay, go.
So in the future, years, kung mahimala ka na isa ka PhD doctor or a coach, so yun na niya, what will be your strategies to becoming effective?
Aside sa kuan mo ang pinaka-importante is dapat yaw imo kuan good relationship sa imo mga athletes. O isa pa, you have to you have to listen pod sa ilahang mga problems about sa kuan sa sports or yang dapat ganis magkasinabtanay kamo para sa with good communication and also to support them. Basta sa tanan butang, pati
Okay.
kuan.
Sige.
Gusto.
Thank you.